Yo, it's overtflow. What's going on, you guys? How are you guys doing today? Bringing you another video. I hope that you definitely enjoyed this one. It's Christmas time, it's the holidays, so I figured what better way to talk about the holidays than talking about the worst things about GameStop during these times. I used to work at GameStop for a long time, 3 years, so I went through 3 different years of holidays. Everybody already knows, I know, it's a meme, whatever. We're gonna talk about it. Also, I just got back from New York City, so I'm a little bit sick. I'm gonna actually lower this right here because I want to not be distracted by how sick I look, which is why there's gameplay in the background for your entertainment. It's fire gameplay. You guys are gonna enjoy. Got some Star Wars, some Call of Duty. I've seen some people complaining like, yo bro, why are you talking about GameStop instead of Call of Duty all the time? You know why? Because honestly, you guys, I still game, I still do that, but for me, it's more fun to tell stories about GameStop. It's more fun to do that stuff. I got some other types of videos coming soon. In addition to that, you guys, I got these right here. Okay, we're gonna talk about this. And I also am working with Royal One out here in Vegas. It's a shoe company, so you guys, these are all pretty much for you, all right? They hooked me up with this pair of Yeezys. I'm stoked about it. I'm super excited. We got these games. We already got most of these are won, so I'm gonna ship out about half of these to the winners of that, but we got another giveaway in the description for you guys. It's the holidays. I wanna hook up probably like 5 more you guys with some games. I got a new channel because you guys might be wondering, why was I in New York? SneakerCon. I got invited out to SneakerCon as a like special guest out there. So I actually started a brand new channel. If you guys are into shoes or vlogs, you want to see my life behind the scenes, you want to see that stuff, then please, pretty please, no actually you know what, not even pretty please, only if you guys are interested, go subscribe to my second channel. Alright, it's going to be linked down below. It's just PJ Like Pajamas. It's literally just going to be my real life. Once that hits 10K, I'm giving away a pair of these over there. These are like $500 shoes, so that's going to be for you guys. Super stoked about it. Shout out to Royal One and Dillon Flex. I'll link them down below as well. If you guys want to check out their stuff, they got some good deals on the shoes and stuff over there. So let's get right into it, man. Drop a like if you appreciate the videos. Okay, 1 like equals 1 prayer. I'm trying to get better before New Year's because honestly, it was snowy in New York. I'm from Vegas. I literally didn't even bring a jacket out there. But yeah. All right, let's get into it. The worst things about working at GameStop. I know a lot of people talk about this. A lot of people talk about, oh, GameStop is just the worst. It's the worst thing ever. I'm pretty positive, man, because I actually enjoyed it. And I want to say this. Something that you have to keep in mind is most of the time when people have a good time somewhere, they don't really say much. Yeah, sure, you might get the rare person who's like, yeah, that was dope. But in my experience, no offense to anybody, but it's normally the not as bright people or the people who just want to complain about everything. Those are the loudest ones. Those are the people that you hear the most, and that's just how life is. If you go on Yelp, most of the time you see more people complaining than you see giving good reviews, because when you have a good time somewhere, typically you're just like, that was cool. You don't think much of it. But if you have a bad experience and you're a loud person, that's always the first thing to be like, oh, that place sucked. So I feel like most of the people who complain about GameStop are people who legitimately are either like, in my opinion, I think that you guys just want to complain about stuff most of the time. But I can agree there are some things about GameStop that are bothersome, which is why I'm going to list some of the worst things about working at GameStop during the holidays, especially during Christmas. For me, one of the worst things about working there, and this might just be me, but man, I was busting some crazy hours. Like every single week, I was busting out like 50 hours, 55-hour weeks at GameStop, in addition to going to college, in addition to training and competing in jiu-jitsu, in addition to girls, in addition to lifting weights, in addition to like trying to make this YouTube thing work out for me. And now, you know, YouTube is a full-time job, which is cool. And I honestly, like, I want to talk about this on a different day, but the whole gaming thing is awesome. I love the gaming thing, but I feel like it became my job and I want to expand, which is why I'm starting that PJ Like Pajamas channel. I'm excited to show you guys some behind the scenes, some more stuff that I'm into. I'm really into, like, not fashion necessarily, but like shoes and like fancy stuff. So you're gonna get to see some vlogs of me traveling and stuff over there. It's gonna be dope. But yeah, literally, I got no sleep. Like when I worked at GameStop during the holidays, and this is just a thing that happens to pretty much everybody who's seasonal. I was a seasoned employee there, so I got more hours than everybody except for the main managers. That's what happened. I always wanted to work. I was a good worker. I'm a good worker. Whenever I do something, I try to do it with my heart, you know what I'm saying? But that meant that I got more hours than everybody. So literally, I was there all the time. I remember getting home, like, there were days that I would get home from school at like maybe 12 in the afternoon, and then I have work at legitimately 12:30. I'd get home at 12. I'd literally, like, I'd put on my GameStop shirt, I'd take a nap for 15 minutes again. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I'd wake up and go to work, and then I wouldn't get home until like 1 a.m. that night. Like 1 a.m. that night, I'd sleep, I'd wake up at 6 in the morning and do it all over again. It was wild. And the thing, now, here's the thing. Some people might say, oh, you got a lot of, like, you got a lot of time, you got a lot of money, you got a lot of stuff. True. Some people want more hours of work. That's true, but this was just like, for me at the time, it was insane. Either during the holidays you get no time because you're a brand new GA, so you get 0 time at all, or you get so much time that it like drives you crazy. And the bad thing about getting the time, this is one thing that I will say about GameStop. Normally I always keep it like super positive, but they don't do like overtime or holiday pay or anything like that. Like, you have to be absolutely insane to get any type of overtime. Like, you gotta do some crazy, you gotta be working 150-hour weeks for them to like tell you that you get overtime. But here's the thing, I knew that. My manager was like, yo, like, the overtime here, not really gonna happen, so anything you work is just normal. And for me, I was okay with that because I knew that my management needed the help. I knew I enjoyed working there, I enjoyed talking to people, I enjoyed people, I enjoyed helping people during the holidays especially. So for me, it was never really a problem. But man, like, if I was a person with a family or something that needed that overtime or that holiday pay, you're not going to find it at GameStop. So GameStop, if you guys could hook us up with a little holiday bonus package. One time my manager bought me like a pizza though, because I had worked so much. So that was pretty nice of him. To be honest, I'm like, literally, I wrote all this stuff down right here. So the people were kind of a problem at times. I'm going to say this, most people were super cool. Like, most people that came in were really cool, but there's like, especially during the holidays, there's like that 20% of people that are just like rude. And I get it, like, it's a stressful time of year, of course, but that doesn't mean take out your anger on every employee, every retail employee that you run into. Don't be mean to every single person that you bump into. Don't be grinchy, bro. Don't be grinchy AF. All these people grinchy AF coming in, yelling at me, telling me, yo, I need Mario Kart for the PS3. And I'm like, bro, it ain't out for that, man. That's like a Wii game. Like, you need to check yourself, sir. And he's like, nah, it's for this. You know, it's just like people who, I understand, it's the holidays, whatever, but there were literally people who would get so upset and out of hand for almost no reason at all. Like, if there was it would be the weirdest things ever. People are just always on edge. I'm gonna credit it to that. I'm gonna go ahead and say, you know what, most of these guys are probably decent people. They're just on edge because of the holidays. They're probably working 60 hours a week, and they're probably not getting overtime either. They probably can't beat that favorite level that they're trying to beat in their game. I understand, but there were just a lot of people that came in that were kind of rude for like no reason. So for me, my little passive-aggressive way of dealing with rude people, this is so funny to me. They'd buy like a gift card or something, or they'd buy like, let's say this, they'd buy like this thing, it's like real little, they'd buy it and they'd be like, yo, can I get a bag? Like, I'd hand it to them, they're like, well, can I get a bag? And I'd be like, you know, honestly, you can put this in your pocket, but I will give you a bag. And this is only if they were like really rude to me. I only did this like, maybe like, not even more than 10 times in 3 years. But if they were super rude, I'd be like, yeah, I'll get you a bag. And I would literally like go in the drawer behind us where we had these giant bags for like PS4s, and I'd put this in like a giant bag. I'd be like, here you go. And they'd be like, well, you don't have any smaller bags? I'd be like, nah, I'm sorry. We only got these giant bags. And like, I wouldn't say that's a mean thing, but for me, it was like my passive-aggressive way of dealing with it. Like, for me, I was like, ha, they carried that little tiny thing in that giant bag. There's no reason for that. It made me laugh, but it probably helped them out later, like for trash and stuff. And also, in addition to that, probably if they got other stuff, they could all put it in the GameStop bag. So for me, it was like a minor inconvenience for them that made me feel good, that probably helped them in the long run. So I feel like it was passive-aggressive kindness, you know. And part of the people that were super rude during this time, it wasn't just people being like aggressive or people being grinchy or people being like grouchy and mean. It was also like people who didn't understand games that would come in. Bro, oh my god, I'm sick. I'm so sick right now. I was in New York. I posted some fire pictures on Instagram though, by the way, so you should check that out too. But people would come in and they wouldn't really understand games, so they'd like ask my opinion and then almost completely disregard it. Like, I told this story before, but here's one example. I had this mom who came in during the holiday time, and she was getting Grand Theft Auto 5. Well, it didn't just come out, but it had come out, right? It was a game. And she's like, yo, I want to get Grand Theft Auto 5 for my son. And I was like, cool, all right, let me grab it for you. And she's like, yeah, he's little though. Is it cool? And I was like, yeah, it's cool, but how little is he? Like, what, is he like 15? And she's like, nah, he's like 6. And I was like, okay, well, let me explain this to you. And I have this whole story on my second channel and on this channel somewhere. I think it's called like Worst Mom at GameStop Ever or something like that. But I was like, okay, so you're definitely not going to want to get this game for your 6-year-old because of a couple reasons. Reason number one, there is a hardcore drug scene right in the beginning. I think there's like a stripper drug scene right in the beginning of the game, like within the first 3 seconds of the game. And I'm pretty sure like that one's like, I never actually played that first scene, but I'm pretty sure you have to go through that to like start the game. And I was like, look, there's some heavy drug usage, there's some heavy sexual scenes in this game pretty much immediately. Bro, look, I got the roll of tissues right here, and I got the ginger ale. I've been dying, I've been playing Star Wars and Call of Duty all day. But I was like, yo, you got to probably not get this for your son. I'm gonna be honest with you. She's like, oh no, it's just a video game, I'm gonna get it for him. So I let her buy the game. Literally 24 hours later, she walks in and complains to my manager that I sold her this game to her son that had drugs and stuff in it. So my manager had me like I went up, I was like, oh, I'll take care of it, and I like did the transaction. I was like, gotcha, like I told you that is not good. I told you, and this is what you did. All right, you did this to us. But she ended up returning that and just being like, I can't believe you let me buy that. And I was like, you know, to be fair, I did warn you like a lot of times, and like I feel like after like the 3rd or 4th warning, you just kind of let people do what they want. Like if somebody's like, yo dude, check me out, I'm about to do this backflip into this pool for this freaking vine, ripped vine, you'd be like, bro, I don't think you should. Maybe don't do it. You still gonna? Alright, like you only get so many warnings, you know what I'm saying? Like warning shots, you only get so many of them. But yeah, those type of parents, those type of people that would come in and do that happens so often. I think it just happens so often during winter because obviously more games come out during winter. It's Christmas time, more people are buying stuff, and typically there's a lot of people that just send, like maybe a husband will be like, yo, wifey poo, go to the store and pick up this game for our son, it's cool, like I'm the video game guy but you're out, so you pick it up. And then the mom comes in not really knowing what she's getting. So I think that that's a little complaint. You know what, to be honest with you, for me, these are just things that I would complain about if I had to, because I actually enjoyed working all that time at GameStop. It's fun. It's one of my favorite memories. I actually enjoyed all the funny, grinchy people because now I have funny stories. I actually enjoy the, I enjoyed all of it. And one of the last things I'm going to talk about is literally like working with noobs, bro. I have been working at GameStop for a while, but you got to remember that a lot of these people working seasonal, a lot of the people that you're going to talk to, like if you actually have legitimate questions, a lot of these people can handle it if you're going to ask questions about like games. But if you have legitimate questions about prices or deals or whatever it is, you need to talk to somebody who's worked there for a while. So talk to a manager, talk to a GA or SGA, a third key, the store manager, the assistant. Talk to one of them, because most of these people, it's going to be literally their first 24 hours on the job. I don't mean their first day, but their first 24 hours at working, because honestly some of these guys only get 2 hours a week. So if you catch them by Christmas time, they're only 20 hours deep into their GameStop career because they got hired for seasonal and they only work a few hours a week, because most of the hours have to go to the store manager. Like say we only get 150 hours per week for that store or whatever it is, then you need to give what is it, like you need to give 40 of those hours to the main store manager, you need to give another 40 to the other manager, you need to give 30 of those hours to the third key, you need to give 30 of those hours to me, and then we got like 10 hours left or whatever it is to play with for the other guys. So you're really not getting a lot of time. Those guys aren't experienced, so give them a break, because if you ask them, yo, can you grab this for me and do this, they might not exactly know where it is or what it is. So you know, it kind of, for GameStop, it's cool for the experience of the employees, like the people working there. I know it's fun to work with new people, it is cool, but sometimes like it means that they're kind of just hanging around while you're doing all the work. So like I would have to go grab a lot of the stuff until they really learn what was going on. So if you're buying stuff from GameStop during this time, just understand that a lot of these guys, it could be their first day. You don't really know what day it is for them, but a lot of these dudes that you're working with are brand new. So A, cut them some slack for sure if you're shopping, and B, if you're working there, understand that if you've been working there for a while, you might have to do a little bit more than the next guy just because you've been working there a while. And if you are new and you're working at GameStop, go ahead and just try your best to learn as much as possible without expecting your manager or whatever to do all the work. I know that sounds weird, but you gotta take your own initiative and kind of like take it upon yourself to figure out, oh, this goes here, that's what that means, the SKU number for this game is this. I know that people ask for a lot. Like, you should really take it upon yourself to do all that. In my opinion, it makes the whole thing go a lot smoother. In addition to that, dude, I've had so many people like tweet me messages on Twitter. You should follow me on Twitter. We just hit like 52,000 followers. Follow me over there. Follow my second channel, my Instagram, my new channel, PJ Like Pajamas. That'd be cool. Enter, and if you want some of these, just enter that down below. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something cool. Oh, a lot of people like been tweeting me pictures lately of them with like their GameStop badge, or tweeting me messages just saying because of them they got a job at GameStop, or because of me they got a job at GameStop, or because of me it gave them the like advice they needed to know what to do to get the job at GameStop. And I just want to say to y'all, I love y'all. Y'all are honestly amazing, and I'm happy that it's working out for you. That's super dope in my opinion. But yeah, other than that, you guys, I think that, oh, shout out to Off the Radar, one of my homies clothing brands. He hooked me up with a bunch of stuff. Super dope guy. I've been wearing it with like, I got sweats on right now, and honestly I've actually been wearing these like in my house just because they're super like snug and warm, and I've just been trying to like feel better. I ate a whole pizza earlier, so my appetite's coming back, which is good. And other than that, if I look like I'm sick in this video, I'm sorry. My hair's purple. I didn't feel like doing it though, but it is purple. And other than that, I think that's it for the video today, man. Oh, jeez, it's 17 minutes long. I thought this was like a 10-minute video. Well, whatever. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please drop a like. If you made it this far in the video, just say, you know what? You can say whatever you want. I don't feel good. I'm gonna take a nap, you guys. I'm gonna edit this up, put it out for you. I love y'all. Y'all are absolutely beautiful. Once again, if you're interested in what I'm doing, I'm trying to get my new channel up to like 1,000 subs before I even upload there. That'd be really cool. So check that out. Subscribe if you want to. My friend Blasphemous gave me this, which is dope, and it's been keeping me alive because I've like been distracting myself with it. But I'll see you in the next one. I love you. I'm just kidding. Somebody gave me this phone case in SneakerCon. It's like legit, which is cool. Like they cut it out of a bag and stuff, which is nice. And then I got a bag too. It's back there. What else? I don't know what else to say. I just want friends because I'm lonely and sick right now, so I'm talking to y'all a lot. I'll see you in the next one, and I am over and out. Phase up. Phase up. GameStop. GameStop gang. GameStop gang. GameStop God. Love you.